Hi guys, you know what time it is. It's gonna be another explaining video. And I know that my videos have mostly just been shop videos, but I kind of wanted to do this video talking about all the shops that are in JAMA, especially for the new players, because I know when I started I had no idea that there were even shops in other places of the map. Okay, starting off strong. Of course, we know the three main shops. So we have the Clothing Mart, which, of course, sells clothes. Then we have the Sapphire Shop. And in the Sapphire Shop, it honestly has everything. So pets, animals, dens, music, where you could get a membership. I show it right here because I know that I didn't know. So I had to search it up. But there's a lot of stuff here, but all of these are for sapphires. So I'm kind of just showing you all the stuff you can get in this shop. And then the next shop is the furniture shop, which again, with its name, implies that it sells furniture. But then we have another shop in the same place, and this one is, I don't even really know how to describe it, but as you can see, that's what it sells. And it also sells clothes from the main animals. I'm not really too into the lore of Animal Jam, so I'm not too sure. I'm sorry. Also, huge disclaimer, I don't really know how to pronounce any of the names, so you're just gonna have to watch. Anyways, in here we have pets clothing, and pet toys for the pets. And upstairs is where you can either buy a pet token and also use it. So if you have a pet token, this is where you would use your pet token. Then we have this place, and this one sells furniture. There isn't actually many shops in here, but that one is just for furniture. And then when you go to the animal hospital, there is a tiny little shop in there, but it doesn't sell much, and I don't think that they ever come out with new stuff that they specifically put in that shop. I'm not sure though, I don't really hang out in here, but if they do, let me know. Then in the dinosaur part of the map, we have a little shop here and they sell clothing and furniture. I haven't really seen them update it since Christmas, and they also have a den that you could buy, which is pretty cool. Then in the winter part of the map, there is a tiny little shop. I actually did not know about this one, so yeah, they actually put new clothes in there often, so always check that place out, but that's the only shop that they have there. And then in the forest, there is a few shops in here, mainly wallpaper and flooring, which is pretty cool. So yeah, if you were ever wondering where to get floor and wallpaper, this is where you go. There is also a few other cool stuff in this part of the map. At the bottom, you can see a little tiny shop that just sells greenery. So bonsai trees and a bunch of other stuff. There's also this owl, and this is what is in her shop. And I'm pretty sure you can only get those stamps by giving presents in people's friendship boxes, but Valentine's is done, so I'm not really sure if you can still do that or get that. I'm also not sure if they update. Also in the Lost Temple, this one is kind of really hidden. I'm not really too sure if people know about this one, but this right here is where you merge all your pets so they can get to level 10 and stuff. But if you go up higher, there's a little secret shop, and there's also a little mini game. I've actually finished the whole game and it's kind of fun. But in that shop, it's kind of just solar stuff, I do think the stained glass is pretty cool. Also, in the statue itself, there is a little shop where you can get 3 items for sapphires. They also never really update that shop. And I'm not really too sure how to get crystals to buy all those blueprints and other stuff. I don't think Animal Jam gives those out anymore. And if you go up higher, this is the wishing well where you can wish mythical pets. So that's also pretty cool. Also, on the little private island, there is 2 shops, but however, they're only for members. So honestly, if you're not a member, I mean, you could still buy them, but you just have no access to them. So this one's kind of like, I don't want to say worthless, but if you don't have a membership, there's nothing really there. I'm sorry. And in Coral Canyons, of course, we have the Explorer shop, which I've made a video about before. And when you go into the art studio, there is also a little shop in here. This one's kind of just selling like a bunch of like arts and crafts, if you will. And in Coral Canyons, there's also a den depop where you can buy dens. But I mean, you don't really have to go here because all of these dens are in the Sapphire shop, but if you want to go here, you can. Also, I forgot to mention, but back in this place where you can buy pets, you can also buy dinosaurs, but not all the time because this blue thing has to like recharge, so it like takes a while, so you won't always get lucky. I'm pretty sure that's all the shops that they have. So now I kind of just want to show you guys the animal hangouts and what each one of the designated hangouts sell. They honestly don't sell a lot, and I'm pretty sure they don't really update. So from the winter area, I don't have any more pets, but in the forest, I do have a monkey, so I'm able to show you guys this shop and hangout area as well. I actually had no idea about most of these. Like, I kind of just thought that they just had pictures of random animals in the maps, but that's not the case. When I clicked one of them and I realized that this is actually a hangout place for your animal, which I think is really cool. But it's a little sad that like not a lot of people hang out in these areas. Like the one that they use the most is the wolf area in the cold place. I'm so sorry, guys. I really don't know how to pronounce it and I don't want to botch it. So I'm basically talking in code. I also don't have all of the animals, and not every single part of the map has a designated animal to hang out there. I personally think my favorite one is the bunny hangout spot because it reminds me of Tunnel Towns. I don't know if anyone remembers that game, but I used to love that game. And also, of course, there's shops in every single party. I don't show it in this video, but on the top left, you can see there's a little party hat icon. And usually in every single party, there is a shop that you can check out. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm kind of just showing every single part of the map and where all the animals are. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know that like a lot of people that play Animal Jam aren't really new, but for any new player, this is I guess kind of like a guide to every single shop that is in Animal Jam and where to find what. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and have a nice day. Bye!